Hello, everyone. Welcome to YakShaver 114 sprint review. Let's jump into the detail. So from last week, our sprint goal was to move YakShaver 360 off Vercel infrastructure for production traffic. So that was done. So now all our YakShaver 360 is now hosted on Azure. So all the infrastructure behind also on Azure. The only service left is the Vercel sandbox. But we are happy to leave sandbox on Vercel for now. Then let's move on to the internal hour. So Stephen, Tom, and full-time, me, I took some days off, and Colin part-time, and Zeno just joined the team. Welcome. All right, backlog. So in this sprint, we have few bugs reported. As you can see, there are some bugs. So Tom and I spent most of the time fixing those bugs, and Stephen was focusing on migrating 360 to the portal. The one to point it out is the desktop ad was broken. So that one got fixed, but there are leftover tasks to do is to fix about 30 shaves with the broken link. So as per our conversation, we will retry those shaves, and if they don't have any comments or likes, we will retry those shaves so that it will create a brand new PBI with working image link and then close the old ones. So that's our plan. If they do have likes or comments, maybe we'll just simply regenerate the image link for those ones. So that's that. Second one is this is migrating the tables. So that database is now running on Azure. So Stephen is now working on the mappings. So this is migration as well, and there's a new one, new PBI that we didn't pick up, which is there's an awkward AI generated translation in Chinese version of promotional text, and Zeno will take look into that in the next sprint. Okay, any questions for the PBIs that are done in this sprint, Adam? Is there any particular ones you want to look at?
Well, I'll just tell you in general, doing a sprint review where you're just looking at a backlog and not seeing any demo or anything is not as interesting as if you have. Like many teams do a done video, so they show, they don't play the whole video, but they just show that's there, or they show a new screen, or yeah, this is not ideal just to have a backlog like this.
Right. Yeah, we can improve on that. Maybe show some screenshots next time.
Did anything change? Is there nothing to show?
Majorly, there are infrastructure change, integration change, bug fix. We can probably show before and after for the bug fix.
So you have you have in the portal, you have a button, new YakShave, right? Is that experience nice? Do you want to show it?
It's the same as before. Nothing has changed there because we worked only on the back end.
Okay, so not a single change to that experience.
Not yet. That's planned in the upcoming sprint.
All right. Is that a surprise to you, Callum, that experience hasn't been improved when we're trying to get people on it?
I guess we're not ready to get people on it yet because currently if you shave via that button, it doesn't count for your YakShaver stats. So we're waiting until that is done in the background first before we can get everyone to use it. So I guess that makes sense.
That's helpful. Yep.
Yep. Let's move on to the velocity. So in this spring, we committed 20 points and we completed 18 points. That's pretty good. And R&D, we didn't do R&D in this spring, Majorly, we're doing integration and bug fix. And next, we'll who's covering the AI tool usage?
Me.
Okay, Zeno, take
Yeah.
over, please.
So compared with the last sprint, the AI tool usage does not have much difference. People using the GPT 4.4 and 4.3 for Copilot, and also the Cloud Ops 4.8. So Steven have tried the Cloud's new model called Fable 5, but unfortunately it has been banned currently. And for the next sections, it is about the AI states. So we got the summarize from the SSW Tiger. So
Sorry. Can you just zoom it up a little more?
Mhm.
Thanks.
Can I continue?
Yeah.
Yeah. So the SSW Tiger summarized the content of the spring meeting as well as the issues we have mentioned in the next steps. So the summarize mainly focus on the two parts. The first one is about the migration of YakShaver 316, and the remaining part is some bug fix issues. So the summarize is very accurate. And the next image shows that the Copilot report showed who speaks the most. So Rick have led this sprint review, and followed by Tom and Steven, and Zeno last. So the Copilot summary is also very accurate. Yeah. That's all.
Okay, thanks, Zeno. So overall project snapshot, we have 744 items open. We have 19 PBIs committed, 19 points of PBIs committed in next sprint. Our average velocity is 21, and we have 142 backlog ready PBIs. Cool. Any questions before we jump into retrospective?
No, all good.
Oh, good. All right. Then we'll get Tom to cover our sprint retro.
Thank you, Rick. So what went well in this sprint? Rick mentioned we completed more PBIs this week than previous. I mentioned the team turned around very quickly with the SSW identity server issue that we faced to find the root cause and work through it with the sysadmins. Steven said the YakShave 360 to portal migration is moving at a good pace. And Rick said Zeno rejoined our team, which increased our delivery capacity. So what didn't go so well in this sprint? Steven said losing access to Fable 5 reduced productivity for part of the sprint. Rick said
you didn't have it before.
How much
well,
difference?
since he had it, his
Since I had it and lose it, it's become painful.
I couldn't
I think
imagine an Uber driver saying that I didn't have access to a Ferrari, so I couldn't do a very good job with my Uber.
no, but
But once
driver
you had it
drives
and then
Ferrari.
you lose it, it's different.
Well, it's true. I've heard some people say we should all just stop working and wait until Fable 5 is available again, because anything we do is going to be sort of redone by Fable 5 in a better way once we get it back. So
Wow.
we should all just wait.
Right.
We can
I think
run
it's a
it
joke.
on Baron. All right. Continue with what didn't go so well. Rick said the GitHub refresh app installation path had dropped out, which caused some problems for Tina CMS organization. Also, I said long-running Tina CMS organization issue kept creeping up again and caused some disruptions. So they go hand in hand with what Rick said. And the improvements for next sprint, Rick mentioned to create a dedicated PBI to investigate and fix the GitHub refresh scheduler to look at those expired app installations. And I said we should create a PBI to auto-sync the GitHub repos that we have with the YakShaver portal. So if we create a new repo, it should ideally automatically pop up in the portal, which currently doesn't. That's pretty much all. Any questions from anyone regarding what I just went through?
All good.
Thank you very much. Back to you, Rick.
No problem. Then we'll jump into the forecast. Right. So next sprint, our goal is to map 360 user and project table into the main YakShaver tables. So what that means is once that's done, all the YakShaves are now unified. So wherever you shave, now the stats will go into leaderboard. So hopefully that will be done next sprint. And let's have a look what are the other PBIs. So Zeno is going to look into some Chinese translation bug, and Steven is going to continue with the migration, and Tom also have some PBIs that's a special request from Adam as well. So that's our next sprint.
Good question. How can you tell from looking at that who's doing what?
You look at
Am I
the
missing it? There's no
assignee
assign.
column,
Oh, there's an
blank
assignee, but
row.
it's empty.
It is empty,
Steven
but
has
because
one
we
up.
went through it as a team, we
You just
know
remember.
who's
Okay.
working on who.
All right, no worries.
Shouldn't you be updating that?
Yes, we can update the assignee.
This
So-
is still planning. So by the time we do the review, we'll know who did which one.
I didn't understand what Stephen said. Can you explain to me, Callum?
Steven said we're currently planning,
Yeah.
and once we do the review, we'll know who actually did it and update it accordingly. I think it's still a good idea to put who you plan to do it, and then even if it changes in the review, you can update it then. But at least if we put it now, we'll know who we think is going to do each one, so we know everyone has something to do, I guess. So it's
Yeah,
probably
look-
still a good idea to update.
It is a good idea not to allocate every single one, because that's very waterfallish. But the way I would read that, if I just saw Stephen doing that, that's the most important one. Stephen's working on that, and everyone else is helping him work on that. They're all swarming on it. But if you already know, Stephen, that you only need Tom to help you, then Rick should be working on the second most important one. And as soon as you've got enough help from Tom, he can switch over to help Rick, and then Rick can say, I don't need your help anymore, I'm good. And then Tom goes to the third one. That's how it should read. Now, I
Right.
will just mention one other thing. When I would work with Microsoft Teams, the only time it was a big drama that they would release a patch is if they had a bug that ruined data. Okay, that was like a big deal. You guys you introduced something where the images didn't get generated. So, it's not exactly clobbering data, but it is a data bug, and it's really important. It's way more important than any auth changes or any just improvements generally. As soon as that's happening, all three of you, maybe four of you, should be all working on that until it's done. I feel that it was just treated like just another bug. Well, I could be wrong, but that's what it felt like.
Is that one
I
still
did-
outstanding?
Just on that note, I decided that it can wait because just the screenshot was not available. The video was more important, and yeah, I made that call.
Yeah,
The
you
video
are
was
right.
there.
The video is more important, but you've got a very visible bug to anyone using YakShaver on all versions. So it's now generating YakShaver with a big ugly bug. You've got to stop, swarm, have everybody on that case. It's a very, very visible bug. And you have to go back and fix every single person's YakShaves that on all tenants. So that's why it's critical. Like there's another argument just to turn YakShaver off while there is a bug like that. Because then at least you don't have to regenerate things and give yourself more work.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. I just want you to treat a data bug with much more priority than just a normal bug.
Yep. Okay. Yeah, we'll take a note of that next time. Then let's move on to the AI stats. Stephen, can you cover this part?
Yeah, sure. So the stats from SSW Tiger. The next step would be, as we mentioned, the key next step is we need to complete the table mapping from the single tenant to multi-tenant. And we also need to cover some bug fixes. Basically, they are just the list of the work items we're going to do next week. For the Copilot stats, the main next item is finish mapping the YakShaver 360 table into the main YakShaver portal table. Basically, exactly what we decided. So they are all accurate. Back to you, Rick.
Right. So that's all for the planning. Any questions? If not, then we'll take a look at the Tiger stats. The whole Tiger stats. So as we covered earlier, so it has gone through what's been done and what's our next step. But let's have a look at the hot truths. So we have a single point of dependency. Rick carries the meeting as both facilitator and primary technical contributor. And we have external commitment. Tom committed the team to 2 sprint 360 deadline with Adam without explicit team consensus.
Rick,
External.
you can't go past the first hard truth and not comment if it's accurate or not accurate, if it's important, not important.
Well, yes, it is. It is the truth. But
Are you going to do
I
anything
guess,
about it? Is there anything you can do about it? And why is it? Why are you a single point of dependency?
well, because we take in terms, I'm indeed the technical contributor, but because we take in terms, sometimes I have to play both roles. So next sprint, someone else will run the sprint. So this won't happen in next sprint. Right. And
So how will it not happen in the next sprint? What are you going to do that's different?
so someone else will run the sprint. I think maybe Tom and Stephen will rotate.
Okay, but we have been rotating every sprint, right? A different person runs it all the time. And we have never had that single point of dependency. So I don't think that's the reason that it's saying that. I'm not even saying it's accurate. You're the one saying it's accurate.
Yeah.
If you get hit by a bus, is YakShaver going to continue?
Yes, it should.
All right. So then what is AI complaining about here?
Are you answering because you ran the Tina sprint YakShaver sprint review alone, or is it the whole sprint? That's what I'm trying to figure out.
Maybe it's saying that I speak too much during the sprint review. The team members need to take more ownership.
Okay.
Yeah, it can be that.
Yep, that might be the one. So yep. So make a big do the stats show that you were doing most of the talking?
Yes.
Yeah, that's probably not well distributed there. So Tom, you could have got him to speak more. Stephen, I think the big thing is Zeno apparently, if you're working for the sprint, try to get involved. And Tom, Stephen, and Rick ask Zeno questions whether he understands something, and when you're asked to do something, try to repeat back. Okay.
Yeah.
All
Sure.
right. Good.
All right. Then for the timelines, time wasted analysis, we spent 30 minutes. Retraining Power BI refresh, historical context for Zeno. I think this is worth it because we're walking through Zeno, what happened in the past, because this is brand new to him. Retro, AI tools, casual chat. So I think those are okay. Then let's move on to the people and role. So myself, 8 out of 10 feedback. Filler cues, okay, yeah. Knowledge transfer, demoted Power BI refresh, but team hasn't retained it. Consider documented SOP. That's a good suggestion. Delegation, consider having PBI owner present their own work rather than prompt what happened. Okay. Tom also dedicated 8 out of 10 sprint goal assessment. Hesitated on calling migration complete. Told Adam 2 sprints for 360. Make it 50. Assigned to. All right, so that was Tom making a joke. Steven, 6 out of 10.
Tom, stop joking.
All right.
Steven, 6 out of 10. Zeno, 6 out of 10. Preparation gap, passive agreement, tool awareness. I think those are pretty good suggestions.
I think that was not accurate. Babel 5. I think that's when we're talking
Fable.
about Babel 5 was banned.
Fable, yeah.
Yeah, so it's nothing to do with tool awareness.
Okay.
Stephen, when you're speaking, I know it's difficult, but there is a mic right near you. You need to turn your head a little to the right, and then you'll get nice
okay.
audio. Okay.
Right.
All right.
Is this better?
That's better. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
All right, the feedback for Zeno. Claimed to have refreshed Power BI before, but couldn't remember. Write down procedure. Was it Zeno? I think it was Steven. But anyway, as a new team member, ask more questions, accelerate learning, don't wait to be prompt. Yeah, that's a good suggestion.
So is Zeno focused on the Chinafy aspect of YakShaver? Is he making sure it works in China without the Great Firewall of China?
Are you referring to this sprint or next sprint?
Next sprint. I'm referring to the next one. Like, I know he's doing the China docs, and I think that's happening on an automatic GitHub action. That's all happening without his input, right?
Yep.
So is he making it work without using a VPN in China?
Did you mean the docs?
No, I mean the website, the portal, and the tool. Like the tool is now in the website, so you don't have to use the Electron version. You do not have to use the Teams version. Everything should work in the portal.
Mm-hmm.
Is that what you're focused on?
So before I go into the kind work, the website can be accessed in mainland China, but since the portal have made some update, I need to like further investigation to check if it can be, if all the functions is running correctly without VPN. So I think I can give you a more accurate answer in next spring.
Okay, all right. Can you just make sure there is something on the backlog that says Chinafy testing?
Sure.
Yep. Okay.
Yep.
Okay. And let's quickly go through the insights. Elephant in the room, retro goal silence, team default to status updates. Point estimation is arbitrary. Retro goal silence. I don't think that's accurate. Retro, we do have some retros, people just taking time to think.
By the way, generally, we don't do the retro in the sprint review, just so that it can be, Tiger can be running while you're doing that. Do you guys know that? Because you don't want to be waiting for Tiger. You want to finish your sprint and get straight onto the summary.
Oh, okay.
So everybody on the team should know we don't bother with the sprint retro.
Okay. Okay.
Okay.
So do the
Is that
review
something you
and then
already
the
knew,
planning.
Stephen?
Yeah, remember we did it before when the template comes out, but since the new template includes the part that about the Rachel, so we thought we need to include the Rachel in the recording and use
Okay.
AI to generate the Rachel.
I don't know why. But Tom, did you already know?
Similar like Steven said, before we went to SSW Tiger, we skipped it and we didn't record it as part of the video. But yeah, since we moved to the new format, we have been consistently including that part.
Right. Well, the goal is to not wait for Tiger. Like,
Yeah, it makes
Mhm.
sense what you
Yeah.
just
Yeah.
said.
Okay.
I have a
Right.
question.
How long were you guys waiting for it?
Um,
10, 15 minutes maybe.
10 or
15.
15 minutes. Yeah. As soon as that was happening, you should have said, "Oh gosh, what's gone wrong here? We can't continue. We're blocked by
Mhm.
this silly AI thing."
Yeah,
Yeah.
I also mentioned since I saw the email from, I forgot who it was, maybe Ivan, to record only the transcript instead of the video because that's faster as well.
Okay. All right. Yes,
So we
Hardy.
might try that next sprint.
Yeah, so when we skip retro, the Tiger marks us negatively. It says team skipping the retro, or maybe we can make the Tiger
Don't worry.
prompt.
You don't. You can ask Tiger to fix it if you're worried by it. But I
Mm.
don't think there's anything wrong with it saying you skipped a retro and you go, yeah, we decided to on purpose. Big deal.
That's
Yeah.
gonna mean the hard truths.
Mhm.
Right. Okay, let's keep going.
All right. Risk radar. Table mapping, hidden complexity undersold. So there could be a hidden complexity when we do the mapping. GitHub integration fragility. Yep, because this is keep coming up. We will resolve it in the next sprint. Also, AI tools constraint becoming real friction. Fable 5 banned overnight. I don't think this is a problem. So
Yeah, it's really going to
Yeah.
slow us down now that we don't have it anymore.
we've got. Although we don't have Ferrari, we still have Toyota, right?
Yes, that's right.
Correct.
Yeah.
Camry.
Right. So yeah, that concludes our sprint review and retro. Any questions before we wrap up?
Nothing.
No? All right. For anyone who still stays and watching the video all the way, this video will be uploaded to our YakShaver YouTube channel. If you have any questions, feel free to leave a comment, and we'll see you next time. Bye.
Thanks, Rick. See ya.
Thanks, Rick. Bye.
Bye, guys.